Thank you so much for joining us today and for your interest in the Fox Cities Housing Coalition. We are so grateful to have such a committed community support the struggles surrounding homelessness and housing instability. The Fox Cities Housing Coalition is comprised of approximately 30 member agencies who rally together to identify and tackle challenges related to homelessness and housing instability in our community. Members include agencies along the housing continuum, such as shelters, supportive housing, and even homeownership, along with supportive service agencies such as CAP Services for skills enhancement or Levin for financial assistance. The Fox Cities Housing Coalition meets on a monthly basis to learn valuable information from each other that can be shared with clients accessing our services. Along with the opportunity to learn, the Fox Cities Housing Coalition provides a space where agencies can learn about ways to increase services, collaborate on projects, and further our understanding surrounding the challenges clients face as it relates to housing instability. I am so grateful for the Fox Cities community and the banded effort that agencies take to support some of our most vulnerable community members. While we have learned that we are stronger together these past couple of years through the pandemic, the Coalition has been working this angle for over a decade. It's been an honor and a privilege to be a part of the Coalition, and I'm so excited to see what the future holds as the Coalition continues to address challenges relating to homelessness and housing instability in our community.
The Fox Cities Housing Coalition focuses on the importance of housing for everyone in our community. And that was never more important than over the past year and a half as we were all dealing with the challenges of COVID. Families and individuals who struggle with housing, and in too many cases people who don't have anywhere to call home, were especially vulnerable during this time. The services provided by Coalition members has never been so important. Our Coalition continued to meet throughout the pandemic, ensuring that all member agencies were informed of what was happening in the community and, more importantly, how we could together work to support each other. Throughout the pandemic, things were very dynamic with respect to client needs and staffing issues, so it was good to have a way to come together and quickly learn about changes to program, get updates on what other agencies were doing, and understand the services that were available and which ones were temporarily suspended, and maybe most of all, a place for us to come together. The Coalition makes us all stronger and makes us more able to deliver our individual missions.
Hello, my name is Ryan Lodel, and I'm the Coordinated Entry Specialist with the City of Appleton. I chair the Affordable Housing and Homelessness Subcommittee. We are a newly founded committee which was started in March of this year. Our goal is to work to address the issue of homelessness and strive towards increasing affordable housing options in the Fox Cities. While we are still in the early stages of this committee, our biggest achievement was implementing a community-wide landlord survey, which resulted in over 30 responses that provided critical feedback to the committee and to the Coalition. This information has been compiled and presented to community partners, as well as the Fox Valley Apartment Association, in an effort to educate those on the housing services that agencies in our community provide. As we look to build this committee, our focus will remain on working together to increase awareness around the need for affordable housing and the services around those individuals and families experiencing homelessness in the Fox Cities.
Hi, I'm Kate Church, the Community Outreach Coordinator at Home Base. I am representing the Youth Needs Subcommittee of the Fox Cities Housing Coalition. This committee's goal is to identify and collaboratively problem solve the barriers our local homeless youth are facing to receive shelter and housing. Since the beginning, this committee has made it a goal to not only advocate for youth, but to give them a voice. A challenge for our committee, in part due to COVID-19, has been the absent youth presence during the 2020 and 2021 year. Our committee rode a virtual school year into summer, and our organization's trends have shown that youth are harder to connect with when they are not attending school. Despite this challenge, we were able to create, distribute, and collect data for both a landlord survey and youth survey to accurately reflect barriers youth are facing to get housing. Our small committee has grown from our founding 4 to 7, and we anticipate more growth as we continue to collaborate with community partners that work with youth. Moving forward, we hope to take all the data we have collected to raise awareness for youth needs and implement both preventative and remedial plan proposals.
Hi, I'm Christy Clover, the chair of the Fox Cities Housing Coalition Training Committee. The Training Committee provides relevant training to Fox Cities Housing Coalition members throughout the year to keep members' skills current and teach them new skills they can use to improve service to families within the continuum of care. So far, in 2021, the committee has offered trainings in trauma-informed care, victim-centered services, and human trafficking. One of those trainings had 42 Fox Cities Housing Coalition members participating. Additionally, the coalition receives regular data presentations from a Wisconsin Balance of the State representative, our own coordinated entry specialist, and the City of Appleton's community development specialist. The next training offered by the committee will focus on confidentiality. 2022 trainings include Housing First, Safety, and Planning Protocols.
My name is Amy Lang, and I am a case manager for AdvoCap's Homeless Program in Northern Winnebago County. And I'm here speaking on behalf of the Engagement Committee of the Fox Cities Housing Coalition. The committee was created to extend membership invitations to organizations and individuals to the coalition. Our goal is to make the Fox Cities Housing Coalition inclusive and get as much input from other community members as possible. The majority of our coalition currently consists of agencies that provide direct housing services. We do realize that there's many pieces to maximizing housing resources, so having individuals and organizations from many walks of life and focus areas is really beneficial. It's our belief that the more input and engagement from the community we receive, the better our coalition can meet its mission. In the past year, we've seen more monthly participation in our Zoom meetings, which has been very exciting. If anyone's interested in joining the Fox Cities Housing Coalition, please contact Ryan Lodel from the City of Appleton or Tara Prawl from Pillars. Continue watching this incredible report to the community to find out how you can get involved. Thank you so much for your time.
The point-in-time count is a national effort that occurs twice a year to identify and quantify people who have no place to live. This includes people who are temporarily residing at shelters, as well as those who are unsheltered. The purpose of the count is twofold: to get a non-duplicative count of people who are homeless, as well as assist those who are unsheltered get into shelter and housing. The outreach portion, that includes where we search for people who are unsheltered. Typically, this means they are living in their vehicles or out in the elements, typically under bridges, in wooded areas, or in parking ramps and other areas like that. So locally, the last Wednesday in July and January from 11 p.m. to 3 a.m., 40 people from homeless provider agencies and community volunteers travel on foot or by vehicle in search of unsheltered people in the Fox Cities with the purpose of providing resources and information to connect people to those resources. Typically, we locate between 20 and 30 people during each count who are unsheltered.
There's so many times where I just sat in my car and cried. Like, this can't be this hard to, why is it this hard for us to have a home? The place where we were renting out, he was selling his house. So yeah, he told us that we had to move, gave us 30-day notice. And I was pretty shocked because that's where we were staying, that was our home. I called the homeless shelter to see if they had any kind of assistance, because I heard that there was a prevention program, but I wasn't sure, how that worked. So I called in, and that's when I met Luann. She set up an appointment right away and came over to my house, and she met me and the kids. There was nothing that she could really do for us because he wanted us gone. After the 30 days were up, me and the kids, we stayed at a couple hotels. We didn't have no place to go. I had money, saved up. I have a job, I worked, but it went fast. I filled out, I don't know how many applications. I met over 15 landlords, but nobody would accept my applications. It was horrible. And then I had to pay the $25 fees that I never got back. And I spent hundreds of dollars on just applying to places that, once they read my name, they did the background check, they didn't want nothing to do with us. It was really hard. I knew if I showed my kids that I was getting worried and getting scared, it would break them. So I had to, just, it's fine, don't worry, we're gonna get someplace to live. We had our hopes up and everything, and I thought everything was gonna be great. The house was perfect. But then they had an inspection, and it failed really bad, failed. I had a friend who was selling a trailer, and I jumped on it, and we just moved in, and apparently the house was condemned, or was deemed condemned. So I spent all the savings that I had to fix the trailer so me and the kids could sleep there. Well, that lasted about a good 3 months, and we were gone for the weekend to Kashina. We came back and they changed locks, and they boarded the windows. So we couldn't get any of our belongings or nothing out of that trailer, and they demolished it. And I came to the point where I just couldn't do it anymore. That just took it all. I had no more money saved up because I spent it on that trailer. The money that I was getting was gas, pretty much, because we drove around and we couldn't even sleep places. And I just was broke at that point. I was thinking that my kids would be better off with a family that could take care of them, because I couldn't. And it was a really hard thing to even think things like that, but that's the only thing that I knew that I could do for them, was to have somebody else take care of them. And it was a huge house. It was 2 bedrooms, but it was a whole house. And she said that, if you want to, you can move here on the 1st. And I was just like, well, are you kidding me? And she's like, no, I'm serious. I'm like, I don't have nothing left. I have nothing left, Luann. And she's like, no, it's all right, we're gonna help you. And she did. They helped me with the security deposit, and they helped me with rent. She helped me through a lot of different things, and one of the things that she helped me make goals and talk about my mental health and how she guided me to seek help for my mental health. And they said that they had a house open, a 3-bedroom, And if I still was willing, and I was like, you're kidding me, right? Because I call you guys every other day to see how far I am on the waiting list. And I was afraid too then, because I spent all my taxes on that place there in New London, and didn't have anything. We all are in a home together. It's like the best thing in the world. Like, you take a lot of things for granted, you know, like a lot of things like running water, lights. You can have all that in your car. They saved us. Like, my kids have a future. They're the ones that made it happen for us. Like, I did, you know, what I had to, but they're the ones that actually saved us with those women. And I appreciate them very much. And I hope they know that, you know, we all appreciate them, and I'm so happy that I met them.
The Fox Cities Housing Coalition would like to extend a huge thank you for your interest in the importance of housing in our community and for your support in what we do. We encourage you to continue to advocate for those in need of housing. All of our agencies working together strive to serve, support, and increase the availability of affordable housing. We would love for you to learn and strive with us at a meeting. In facing all of the issues surrounding housing, the importance of building relationships, networks, and the framework to succeed is vital. We are all stronger together.